So it's a little earlier than I normally have been getting out lately, so it's alright though, because today I'm getting a bus to go to Siena. So that's pretty cool. Should be there for most of the day. Get there around 10 and then come back, I don't know, whenever I feel like coming back, I guess. Yeah, Siena today and off to Venice tomorrow. So I made it to Siena. All pretty good. I managed to get myself a map and get some food, so looking pretty good. Kind of making my way to the main piazza here, and then I'll figure out what I want to do from there. So I'm standing in the Piazza del Campo, which is where they have the famous horse race around here, and in front of me is the town hall. It's pretty cool with the big bell tower up there. I might go up there later. And yeah, I bought this guidebook thing and a map, so I've got a few suggested itineraries because I don't really know much about Siena, so I'm just gonna wander around today, kind of check out a few like churches and piazzas and other various things. But yeah, pretty cool. So I've managed to find the cathedral. Once again, another huge church. Might go in. Like I said, a lot of these places you have to pay, and I'm kind of on a bit of a budget at the moment, so can't go into everything, but this looks pretty impressive, so maybe I'll have to go in. It's cool just wandering around. There's lots of, every building is like 500 years old at least, if not like 600 or 700 years old. It's cool, just came from down there. So what I've discovered so far is that Siena is very hilly. The cathedral doesn't open for another few minutes or so, so I've decided to take a little walk around the back of it now. Came from up those stairs and we'll continue to a loop of the place, but this is the crypt at the back. Pretty cool. But yeah, it's all up and down here in Siena. So here I am inside. Once again, it's another very fancy church. I think it said it was finished in the late 14th century. It took about 150 years or so to build, as they usually do. It's very stripy and ornate. So as usual, it has a massive dome at the top there, and there's a Jesus on the cross. I wonder what he's doing here. Pretty impressive altar thing. So that was cool, but I realised that I'm starting to get to the point in my trip where every cathedral and every church is kind of blending into one, and it's starting not to be wowed by them anymore. Although that one was particularly impressive. So now I think I'm gonna go to the other side of the Piazza del Campo and check out what's going on in there. So here I'm coming up from the Church of Santa Maria dei Servi, and apparently inside this is a lot more ornate and stuff, but hopefully you don't have to pay much to get into this one. It's got a nice little bell tower thing going on. See some of Siena out there and back down where I've come from. It's nice, cool little closed-in streets here. It's like a maze though, like you have a map. So it's another big-ass church. Alright, at least it's less crowded than the other one. It's quiet, there's only like 6 or 7 people in here, although one of them is a crying child, so that's not cool. But yeah, it's good just to sit down, chillax. It's not a bad view from the top of the steps here either. That big tower to the right is at the town hall in the Piazza del Campo, and then over to the left there is the cathedral with its own bell tower. Pretty sweet. So Siena loves its churches, I've discovered, much like the rest of Italy, I guess. This is the Basilica of San Francesco, and I guess I'll go in if it's free, like the other one was. It's cool just walking through the streets. It's actually quite a lot more quiet than I thought it would be. I mean, this is the most people that I've been around for like the last hour or so. like there's like nobody in the street, so that's cool, I guess. So it's a bit dark in here, but it's very different to the other ones I've been in today. There's like a huge open space in here. There's like nothing, and it's like massive ceilings, and I don't know if you can see, but it's wooden beams across the top, and there's like no real like niches or whatever in the side. They're kind of just flat walls. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, you guessed it, I'm at another church. This one's a big one as well. It's called what's it called? The Church of San Domenico. There's a pretty good view down there across to the cathedral. I'll go check that out in a second, but I'm going to go inside now and see what it's like in there. So it's kind of like the Basilica different to San Francesco, in the sense that it's quite empty and it's got the wooden rafters. It's a huge space once again. So here we go, that's the bell tower in the Piazza del Campo over there, and if we scan across you can see the cathedral that I was at this morning. That's back up to the church I was just in, and yeah, there's like a little valley in between the cathedral and the church I'm at. So I'm going to go down and then go back up on the other side and make my way back to the Piazza del Campo. This is a pretty good example of the streets I've been walking through all day. Goes up there, goes down there where I just came from actually. I'm gonna head in that direction back towards the cathedral, and then more stuff up there. So the building's something here, which is pretty cool. Except when cars come through, then it's kind of a bit scary. But for now it's cool. And here's the opposite view of what I just showed you before. There's that's the Church of San Giovanni where I was just before. As you can see, there's a street to the right. That's where I walked down to the valley down there, and I've kind of come up this way, come from over there. Yeah, there's the church there. The cathedral's just up there, just around the corner. You can't quite see it. So I did go and jump in the line to go up the bell tower for the town hall here in the Piazza del Campo. But after standing in line for 15 minutes and not moving anywhere, I decided that I couldn't be bothered. I would save the $8, and so I just got pizza, had some food, and I'm just chilling in the piazza for now, trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. And I'm not going to lie, I think every single meal except for 3, maybe 4, since I arrived here in Italy, has consisted of pizza. So I'm loving the pizza. I had fettuccine alfredo once and some bacon and egg rolls and stuff. I think breakfast a few times, but most of the time I've just been eating pizza. But yeah, I'm gonna find something to do here on the map and go do it, I guess, or just have a random amble around Siena. So I've come out to the city walls, or the ancient city walls. And this is one of the gates, apparently one of the main gates you came in. Pretty sweet! There's supposed to be a fortress or something out there, but I couldn't find it. I'm going to walk back along this way, and there's some more of the walls. I'm on the border of the city at the moment. Let's have a look over this wall, because it could be extremely exciting and interesting. Oh, not bad. Sight over here. There you go. Tuscany, eh? Alright, so that's Siena. I'm heading back to the bus stop now to get the bus back to Florence. But it's a good day. Obviously, not able to cover all of Siena, but I feel like I covered a lot of it. I walked a fair bit and saw a fair few churches, and it was good. Yeah, like I said, going back to Florence now, and then in the morning going to the train station and heading off to Venice. And I'll be there for about 3.5 days, and then I'll get the train up to Lille in France. So it's my last few days here in Italy.